And as the temperatures drop, metro area homeless shelters are gearing up for their first full winter in this pandemic. 3 News Now reporter Kent Lutzen has more on how Siena Francis House is navigating uncharted territory.
We've seen ebbs and flows as a result of the pandemic.
Chris Knopf, Chief Development Officer at Siena Francis House, says the homeless shelter reported just 12 positive COVID-19 clients from March through October. But come November, the virus was widespread.
The positivity rates really impacted our ability to provide the services we need to provide to those in Omaha experiencing homelessness.
The shelter was forced to section off entire wings of their emergency shelter to account for large-scale quarantine units. In return, it left them with less space.
There have been times where we have not been afforded the opportunity to do intakes at the level that we are normally accustomed to.
Very little is known on how the homeless population is faring during this pandemic. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which oversees homeless programs, has not released any infection or death data on homeless victims. On top of that, a moratorium on evictions from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention ends at the end of December. And with winter on the horizon, Siena Francis House is navigating social distancing, keeping people warm indoors, and an increase in COVID-19 cases.
Whether or not they're getting enough food, whether or not they have proper clothing, those are all items and services that we're able to afford or that we're able to provide to people who need it, even if they opt not to actually stay here.
In Omaha, Kent Lutzen, 3 News Now.
The Siena Francis House is always taking financial donations as well as linens, toiletries, and food donations. Siena Francis House is also one of the many area nonprofits taking donations tomorrow as a part of Giving Tuesday.